Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. Hope you guys are staying safe. I hope everything's good wherever you guys are. So, guys, there's news that Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk will be heading to Wembley. This is obviously very interesting news, very good news, exciting news that we could be getting that fight. Obviously, nothing's confirmed, and actually, there's a lot to be negotiated yet. But there are talks that it's been targeted for Wembley. It was being talked about happening in Saudi Arabia, the Middle East, but it looks like that is not happening anymore. And there's a case where I think maybe they couldn't get the money together, or maybe the Saudis just maybe, I don't know, maybe they weren't interested, or maybe time of the year. I don't know exactly. But what I will say is that we just want to see this fight. We just want to see this fight. It's a great fight. It's a fight that I think a lot of fans want. It's a fight which I think the world of boxing needs, because it's the undisputed heavyweight title, which, I mean, it gets no bigger than that. The undisputed heavyweight title. I don't think a fight gets any bigger than that whatsoever. So yeah, I think they need to get it on. I think it's going to be an exciting fight. Having said that, stylistically it might not be the most exciting, but it's definitely intriguing to see who wins and who's the best heavyweight of this era, because I definitely think these two are the best. I think Wilder stylistically could give Usyk a decent fight, even though I would favor Usyk. I think these two are the most skilled, the best guys out there. So why not fight and see who is the number one guy out of these two, and then we find out. Then we find out who is the number one. Who is the number one guy? I'm looking forward to it if it does happen, which I'm not sure, because Tyson Fury, he has played up. Now a lot of people said, well, Usyk don't want it. Look, listen, Usyk has proven that he'll fight anybody and everybody. I mean, Usyk has shown, his CV shows from cruiserweight to heavyweight, that this guy don't muck about. He wants to fight the best, and he wins titles, and you can tell that from his CV. So for me, Usyk isn't the problem here. For me, if there's somebody that has shown in terms of being difficult in negotiations, it's been Tyson Fury in the past. I mean, the stuff that he did with Anthony Joshua a couple of times, and just the way he comes across, Fury, I'm never that sure about. Usyk and his team seem very easy to work with. They'll make the fights. They did that cruiserweight. They did that heavyweight. And whereas Tyson Fury has obviously been a lot more difficult, whether it was with Vladimir Klitschko, whether it was with, Anthony Joshua, it seems like Fury has been a lot more difficult, when it comes to negotiations, and just the way his career was initially stop-start. So for me, Usyk is a no-nonsense character. I know he does play up for the camera sometimes, but when it comes to boxing, Usyk goes in there and fights. He's a bit of a throwback fighter. I mean, he just literally fight anyone. And he really wants the Tyson Fury fight. Not because he wants it because it's undisputed fight. No, because he genuinely believes he'll beat him. He genuinely believes he'll beat Tyson Fury, which a lot of people do think. Listen, I think Usyk will be a nightmare for Fury. I don't think that's an easy fight whatsoever. I think people automatically assume just because Fury's the bigger guy and he's going to know, man, Usyk is really, really special. And pound for pound, I think Usyk is the better fighter. I think Usyk is a guy that, if he's a better amateur, did more as an amateur. As a professional, he's done more in a very short space of time. I mean, he's beaten better fighters. He conquered cruiserweight. I mean, Fury's not conquered his division. I mean, he's not fought Usyk. He's not fought Joshua. I mean, you can even argue Joyce now is amongst there as well. I mean, there's many contenders. I mean, Fury's best win is probably Deontay Wilder, and obviously Klitschko. When it comes to Klitschko, I think the Klitschko that Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury beat, man, I don't think that was a Klitschko at his best. I know when Fury fought Klitschko, he was undefeated for 10 years, but that was just because of how poor the division was. I think Klitschko was there. I saw Klitschko's performance against Bryant Jennings, and it left not much to be desired. I think he was on the way out at that point, and I think somebody was there. And Fury was obviously a great fighter, and Fury took advantage of that and beat him. But I don't think Klitschko was anywhere near his best. And I think that's why I think Fury's best win is Deontay Wilder. And let's not forget, those fights, especially the first fight and the third fight, were I mean, they weren't easy fights for Fury. Fury could have easily lost those fights. So he had 2 life and death fights out of 3 with Wilder. smashed him in the second fight, but yeah, I think he's just a better fighter than Wilder. He's more skilled. But when it comes to Usyk, it's different because Usyk is a very skilled fighter. And I think Usyk might be faster, quicker than Tyson Fury. It's just whether the size plays a big part in the fight. We'll have to wait and see. Fury is a very good fighter. It's just that I don't think he's fought anyone as good as Oleksandr Usyk. And you could probably say the same. Well, Usyk's never fought anyone as big and as good as Fury. But again, I think Usyk is used to fighting bigger men, whereas I don't think Fury's used to fighting guys Usyk's size that can move, box the way he can. I don't think I think Fury's going to struggle a lot more than what what Usyk will, because Usyk's used to fighting bigger men. Yes, Fury is very elusive, but I think, is he going to be able to be elusive against Oleksandr Usyk? Only time will tell. But I am very intrigued about this fight. I do like this fight. I think this is a very, very good fight. But anyway, leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.